Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we're going to be creating I'm going to be recreating a wood elf army that I think will work very well against the vampire counts. And then I will show it off and in a quick battle that I played recently. And so you'll be able to see kind of my thinking as I was making the build, and then you'll be able to see it in action against the vampire counts army. So, my favorite thing with the wood elves is this glade lady, and I put her on the giant eagle so she can outrun almost anything, especially terror geists. That's important. I'm gonna get rid of this Eye of Kurnos spell because I don't really plan on having my glade lady near my archers, so it won't really help that much. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to keep these two because they're amazing. Prey of Anathrama is a great spell. It's like a little net of Ammontok. I'm going to be putting a potion of toughness on her. And that is it. I'm going to be... and so my idea here is I want this kind of flying squad that'll be able to protect me against flying lords, keep me mobile and not be that expensive. And so the Great Eagles are very good in the air. Not so good when you land. But if you just keep them in the air, they're going to be all right. And they're going to be able to support the Glade Lady by either sacrificing themselves to slow down anybody chasing her, or to like double team single targets. And so I just like having her with a little bit of backup in the air. And so that's kind of the idea there. The vampires struggle with large targets. So I'm going to be bringing a core kind of force here of large units. I'm going to be having to have this Blessing of the Ancients. Smoke and Mirrors is helpful for catching flying units and for outrunning flying units with your heroes. So I'm going to leave that. This is Call of the Woods is very helpful for buffing nearby units, but I'm gonna get rid of Foe Seeker because I'm just trying to limit how many spells I bring. Awakening of the Wood not helpful. Earthblood I'm gonna bring. Mystifying Miasma I'm not gonna bring. I'm not gonna bring this, or that. So just Earthblood. Get him cheap, and get him stacked with passives. To support him, I'm gonna be bringing a core of 2 tree men. So they're going to be very hard to take off the field for the vampire counts, and they're going to be easy to heal with Earthblood. And so that's the key here. Create a blob. And to stop them from just getting swarmed by skeleton spearmen, I'm going to support them with 2 dryads. And so this is going to be a big ol' blob here that I'll be keeping in the middle. I'm going to be wanting these guys to do as much work for me as possible. I'm going to be bringing one of these Azrai Spears to deal with Blood Knights, and so that's going to be their job. That's why I'm bringing them. And only one of them because they're expensive, but they're super fast, and they're super good against large. They're immune to psychology, so they can't be terrified. Charge defense against large. Physical resistance. All useful traits here when trying to deal with large units. Woven Mist, I guess that helps missile resistance if they're getting shot at, but of course with the vampire counts they won't be. So I'll ignore that for now. So next I want to bring a small but powerful ranged contingent. So I'm going to be bringing 2 of these Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts. These guys are going to be targeting enemy heroes. They're going to be targeting support units, and they're going to be targeting ethereal units because of their magic attacks. They also have fire, so they do well against like crypt horrors or something like that. So yeah, they're just going to be for whenever I need them. And then let's see, I think it's just these guys. And you can see I got 5 of these guys, and you could try it like this. But you see you have 250 gold left over, and there's really not much you can buy for 250 gold. You could just upgrade these guys so their stats go up. No, you can't really tell how much they go up. Oh no, yeah. So they go up 2 on there and 2 on leadership. Oh, okay, that's what I'm doing there. So yeah, 39, 30, 28. But whatever. It's easier. I'm just gonna pop all these guys into shields for that +2 melee defense at +7. I think is gonna give them a lot more time in combat, and so I think that's a better way to spend that 250 gold. Give them shields rather than upgrades. And so they're going to be defending the Glade Guard, protecting the flanks, while my core here does what it does and murders the vampire counts. And so that was kind of my idea while I was crafting this army in this custom battle screen, seeing what I could afford, and thinking about all the different buffs here that my troops have. And so it's important to kind of look through these and learn the units so that you can better pick them. So we're going to hop right into this replay. So elf build stuff. And you can see my army here. 5 of the Eternal Guard, 2 Dryads, 2 Treemen, Azar Spears, 2 Glade Guard, same build. And so we're going to be showing it off in this quick battle that I fought. And we're going to be going up against a army here. A main line of 4 Crypt Ghouls. So fast moving main line with 2 Meat Shield Zombies. A Grave Guard supporting the Corpse Cart with an Unholy Lodestone. Vlad von Karstein here. Here's a Arrows of Kurnos taking out some Glade Guard. They will heal though because of the Corpse Cart, but just trying to burn through as much of their regeneration as possible. He has some Cairn Race here off to the side, and he's got a huge flying contingent of 5 Vargeists and 2 Fellbats. So definitely has the air advantage, and if I had had these guys on a zombie dragon, they'd be unable to escape this like flying death Vargeist ball. So that's why I like to keep these guys mobile and out of danger. Don't want them dying, and ruining the morale here for my tree men, because they will rout relatively easily. Here you can see picking off some Fellbats, trying to draw them in to my Glade Guard. Taking out like 5 bats per arrow. Probably should be shooting at the Vargeist, but I was just trying to get him over here. And so kind of the idea here will be to charge this blob in while my flanks kind of fall back. Give these guys as much time to fight as possible, so that my middle can do the work that my flanks can't. Here he's going to get in too close, realize his mistake, but it's going to be too late. He's going to get prey of Anath Ramdad. I don't know how to say that, but that's how I'm going to say it. And they're going to get shot to pieces here from my Glade Guard. And you can see here, if I had brought more archers in this, here you can see, going to try and take out some Cairn Race, going to do some good damage there before they engage. But you can see if I brought more range units, he would have been able to charge a Vargeist into each one, and there would have been nothing I could do about it, because I really wouldn't have had enough melee units to protect that range investment. So less is more, less is more, less is more. Here you can see my middles coming in. My tree men are popping in on Vlad, trying to take him out. Already popping an Earthblood just to make sure everybody stays up. And I did have a lot of mana in this battle, so that did help. And I kind of wished I had brought a second spell, just because I wasn't able to use all of my mana here. You can see here another great use of my Glade Guard with the magic attacks, shooting into the flank of this Cairn Wraith. Going to do a lot of damage here and try and get them off the field. And this one's still focusing on the Vargeist coming in. Definitely still a threat. You can see my dryads kind of getting torn apart here. But my tree men blob still going strong. My Eternal Guard with shields here on this side got engaged. And the Vargeists are going to be coming in. And I'm going to be charging in my spearmen as an answer. Definitely think it would have been better to split these guys up and do some rear charging. That is definitely when Vargeists excel. But these Vargeists are large, and so this Glade Guard here is going to be shooting in and just tearing apart these Vargeists as the spears keep them pinned into the ground. Here, Curse of Years is going to really drastically reduce my combat effectiveness. And it's going to be well timed because my Eagles are going to be coming in trying to make a hit and run on Vlad. But they have such a little attack already, they're not going to do very well, and these Cairn Wraiths are going to come in and support. So that's definitely not a fight here. I charged in, that's great. I need to get out and start running. You don't want to leave your Eagles here in at all by themselves unsupported. They will die. Here I brought an Eternal Guard in from this flank to support the middle against the Grave Guard. And you can see I'm going to be running away here with my Great Eagles, while this fight here in the middle rages on. You can see doing considerable damage here against my Eternal Guard. And if he had rear charged, I'm pretty sure he would have been able to break these guys relatively quickly. And even probably spare one to go after this Glade Guard. But you can see my two Dryads have died. I didn't expect them to live super long. And you can see I'm getting overwhelmed on this flank. But my tree men are untouched. And if the vampires leave these guys to late game, they're going to have a really hard time. Here I'm going to be casting Prey of Anathrama on the healthiest unit here to try and single them out. While my lady tries to get away, but she's going to get caught here and be forced into a fight that she really doesn't want up in the air like that. But you can see how much damage that thing is going to do. Here I try and catch my Great Eagle in the Earthblood, but she just gets out of the circle before it's cast. Here you can see Vlad just getting eaten alive by some tree men. Still full health. Branch Wraith still full health, working on the Corpus Cart. There were just too many flyers here for me to focus in on that with my range units. The Vargeists were much more of a threat. So here, I'm going to have my Glade Guard split up. One of them is going to be shooting at the Cairn Wraiths while the other tries to finish off the Vargeists. Definitely got to watch for when the net timers go off. Can definitely change a battle if you let these guys take a couple extra volleys. Here I'm going to bring my Eagle back in to help fight. And you can see, encouraged by a nearby unit, I wonder if that's the Branch Wraith or herself. But yeah, they're able to fight and win because of the disintegration here. And you'll just see Vlad being charged. Again, just very hard for them to deal with this tree man core. So even if they had annihilated all my other stuff, Great Eagle coming in there, swooping, picking him up, dropping him from the air. Definitely cool animations there on the Great Eagle, even if they're not the most effective. And so yeah, you can kind of, that was a good battle to showcase the different moving parts of this army. The heavy hitting core to deal with the, just start cutting through the regen that the vampires have, and you pull in your flanks to give them more time to do that without your flanks falling apart, and having them encircle and then rout your tree men, because that is one of the easiest ways for them to win. Maybe like a Doom and Darkness and some flanking, and the tree men are gone. So you definitely have to watch out for that. Yeah, have these spears in the back to protect your archers. You have a few of them, but they're very good, and you use them to their utmost efficiency. So you're getting all your money out of them. And have them back in the farther back, so that the short range of Raised Dead will not be able to reach them. And that's very important, because potentially, you could, if where Vlad was, he could maybe cast them right here. But if your archers are over here, you're going to be able to move your spears in to intercept, or shoot at them before they enter combat, and you're just going to have more options. So definitely good to have them far back, out of the range of Raised Dead. So let's go take a look here at the kills. You can see good kills here on the tree men. Decent kills on these Eternal Guard. Surprisingly good kills on the Dryads, but I guess that was mostly zombies. It was 3 Chevron ranks on this one. This was the one shooting into the side of the Vargeists. So definitely paid for itself there. Took out a lot of Vargeists, ran out of ammo. You know you're doing a good job when your archers run out of ammo. That means they were cost effective. Using all of their ammo at their disposal. You can see this one, no chevrons, probably killed mostly bats. Surprisingly high number of kills on the Glade Lady. Yeah, you can see just kind of like that killing core here. The Eternal Guard did pretty well. These guys just died. That's fine. That's what they're there for. So not very many kills here on all these Vargeists. This is the one that got netted and shut down. Good kills here on 2 of the Crypt Ghouls. Good kills on the Graveguard and the Cairn Wraiths. Zombies did their job of meat shielding, and so did the Felbats. But I think it was really just the Tree Man core that made this a difficult battle. They didn't bring any Blood Knights for their anti-large, and they didn't bring any Skeleton Spearmen. So definitely, I think this would have worked well against the primarily Elf army, but I brought a primarily Tree Men and Beast army, really, I guess Meat Shields and Elf Archers, but primarily killing power here is in the Tree Men and the Branch Wraith. So definitely I think some Skeleton Spearmen would have helped. And maybe a Blood Knight to charge around, but I did kind of have that considered, so maybe this was a attempt to like break out from the meta and try something new, which I like, which is cool. I'm just really not brave enough, to be honest. Anyways, thanks for watching, and that's that.